In a world where two friends decided to watch movies from their youth, then decided to start a podcast about it, we present to you the Movie Test of Time. A podcast about the only medium that matters, the movies. Presenting your hosts, America's sweetheart, Beth Martin, and Irish ruffian, Andy Young. Hello, that's us, your dirty and masculine hosts. This week looking at Days of Thunder. Beth, the pleasure as always. What's the crack?
I saw the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, and figured.
Of course. I mean, come on.
I know, right? Did you? What do you think?
I liked it. I thought it was a little bit overstuffed. I think that I find that with all the recent Spider-Man movies. The first time I've seen all of the Tom Holland movies, they've been like, okay, I enjoyed a lot of that, but I'm not sure about it. And then have grown to love them more as time has went on. And I think that's what might happen here. But like, there was a lot to like. I loved how much Punisher was in it. I loved his relationship with Spider-Man. And I also loved unnamed character. And I was kind of like, as things started happening, I was like, oh shit, is this unnamed character? And it was. So that was exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Harper was also... I think if we're talking about the same unnamed character,
sure,
she's been watching that series.
Oh, on Disney.
And so it was like I couldn't her mind was blown because she's so with unnamed character. So yes, we loved it. It was great. I just, I don't know. I mean, all of the Spider-Man actors, they all bring something completely different to the table.
Yeah.
And I do think it's an interesting concept of what happens if, I don't know how long Tom Holland will be Spider-Man, but they're approaching territory of what happens if he grows up, right?
With these box office receipts, at least two more movies.
I would
sure.
Yes. I think it's almost, I think it's close to being, if it hasn't already become the highest grossing movie of all time.
I think it was the highest. It's it had the highest grossing domestic, and I think it was it's been the biggest box office weekend, including Odyssey tickets ever, which is insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So, also, we introduced the children to Monty Python.
Interesting.
And the Holy Grail. And it was fucking hilarious. There were obviously some parts that I had to skip, but now they're running around being like, what is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? And Charles is just he didn't remember his favorite color.
Quite interesting. Were they at first kind of what is this? I mean, the age of it and stuff, or did they take to it immediately?
They took to it. So we went, I took him to see this hilarious play when we were at Oxford called The Terrible Tutors.
Yes.
And it was crazy stories and, puppetry and Henry VIII and his 6 wives. So
he kept doing one of the songs.
Yeah.
I saw you guys.
Yes. Yeah. So, and it was divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Right. So they get. I was they're really ready for good old fashioned Mr. Bean or British humor, and so I thought time wise they're going to the Tower of London, it would be cool for them to see, and they loved it. So that happened. Also, I have a little bit of a win, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I just went down to 1 month or therapy once a month.
Okay, nice.
Instead of bi-weekly or weekly. Do you know how long it's taken me?
To move down to that schedule?
Yeah.
We
were trying, my therapist and I were trying to figure it out. I was like, when did we start? I was like, she was like, August of 22. So it's been 4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
Nice. Wow.
So for anyone who's listening, who's therapy isn't doing what it's supposed to do, or like, God, every week, just know it may take time, but
Yes.
it is beneficial and helpful. And if you can, afford it and have access to it, keep going. So
100%.
yeah.
I mean, like, I think it's also worth, like, so many things. I think it's worth finding somebody who you work well with.
Yes.
So it's good to.
Absolutely key.
Yes, it really is. So, like, I mean, it can be disheartening at first, and certainly I have had experiences. I've had, like, some great therapists, but, like, also, like, I've had some that I've been like, yeah, okay, you're fine. But I haven't had any outright bad ones, but a few that didn't really work super well with me. So it's good to be honest with it, and I think kind of like, respect the process and kind of move through it.
Yeah. I told her, though, I was like, I'm sticking with you like until you retire. Like,
Love it.
For tune-ups and all those things. And I was like, life will happen and something will, because, me, the eternal optimist, I'm like, someone will die and then I'll be a mess and then, I'll need to talk to you every week again. But for now, that's where I'm at, and it feels good. It feels good.
Nice.
How about you? What's the crack with you?
So my so I have my medical stuff is I am still, I almost was in therapy too. So if I physically, I think my childhood asthma has returned.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it.
Aren't you
here.
supposed to go biking?
Yep.
You have your inhaler. He's just showing me his inhaler. Is that like albuterol or whatever?
I'm not too sure what it is.
What are you putting in your lungs? Oh.
Salamol.
Okay.
I mean, like, they have different names over here for similar things.
Yeah.
So who knows? It might be the same.
What?
But I did, I got it from the doctor. So my breathing, it's happened a few times, and I haven't really talked about it very much with anybody. I have mentioned it a little bit. Like, I talked to people a little bit about, and early on in this podcast, I talked about my breathing. What was it? No. It was me smelling smoke. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Right? So weird things have happened with my breathing, and I've also like had a few times where I've struggled to get full breaths, but they've kind of like passed. And I hadn't really it had never lasted long enough for it to really concern me. But then I've had about a month of bad I'm really struggling to get full breath, I would say, for like a full month or so. And like obviously with me doing a bit more like exercise stuff like running and things like that, it's a bit of a problem, So
not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's persisted for a month or so now, and I finally spoke to the doctor about it yesterday, I think. So yeah, I mean, like, not confirmed, but like he did like a breath test and he was like, that is shallower than it probably should be. So here, try this stuff, and we'll kind of keep an eye on it, and we'll see how we go. So
that sucks.
Hooray!
Yay!
I'm mentally in the middle of a depressive period. Hooray!
Yay! Your body's like, time to break down.
Oh yeah, mentally and physically shafted.
Mike has asthma. Did I tell you this?
I don't think you have. No.
Yeah, like, so his are like allergy based. Not, I mean, there are different types of asthma, right? Like one is just like physiological, which sounds like that's what you have. Mm-hmm. And his is he's allergic to everything. Less now that we live in the desert, but definitely like all of the pollen and stuff when we lived in Oregon. So yeah, I'm well versed in inhalers.
I think like my hay fever probably has been exacerbating it, because like I had years where I didn't really get impacted by hay fever, but it seems to have come back on. I think that has made things worse.
Yep.
But yeah. Final thing to talk about is I have started playing D&D recently. I've been using my bard character. Bards are so much fun. One of the things I particularly wanted to talk about. So I'm kind of like theming my bard in a certain way and kind of, taking spells that kind of, complement that. So the bard kind of subclass that I've chosen has an ability called Cutting Words. And he can kind of interrupt attacks and things like that. And that will like lessen the effect or lessen the attack or different sorts of things. So what I've decided to do is like have an insult on deck every time that happens.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. No, that's not only is it funny, but it also like helps you win.
Massively entertaining. Yeah, so like it's great. I've been loving it. It's my first kind of like time playing like a magic kind of class or magic using class I should say, and yeah, it's great. I'm loving it.
Amazing.
So yeah. But that's it. So Beth, do you have any what's occurring for us?
I do. I've got some stuff. Okay, so we've got had actually a few requests for Punk Month.
Okay. I wonder who.
So we've got punk icon Iggy Pop appears in Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man.
Yes.
Henry Rollins has a different. I mean, we could anything Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
He's in everything. We've already done Lost Highway, but like.
He's been in stacks of other stuff.
The Green Room is all about punk.
And
it's horror and neo-Nazis, and it was filmed in Oregon.
It's a good movie.
So those are some that we can add to our list. I also have our next Last Exit to Nowhere quiz.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Okay,
Love it.
so put on your thinking cap. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one. I'm not saying you get more conservative as you get older or anything, but after more than 9 hours of this shit, I'd say just hunt those magic whales for their brain juice, especially if they're not even going to put a joke in to explain who gets their piercings in or who's tattooing the fucking things.
It's Avatar 2, Way of the Water.
Yes! So...
Those are good questions
These
that
are
need
good.
to be raised.
I know, right? So Top Fan said, Avatar 2, but especially 3, goddamn. It's just the same fucking story 3 times. Jim, what the fuck? I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're 3 good movies, but yeah, they are very, I mean, like, especially 2 and 3 are way too similar.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed all of them, so
I know.
I can't say anything.
They're just going to keep filming them forever. So, okay, you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you get more conservative as you get older or anything, but Colonel Shikishima was right about those hedonistic fools running his city into the ground, especially that slimy bastard Councilman Nizu. Okay.
I don't think I do know this one.
You do. I know you do. Think back to high school, comic. They made it into a movie.
Yeah, no.
Starts with an A.
It's not helping. Is it? No, I don't know.
Akira.
My brain's huh?
Akira.
Damn it! I've just rewatched Akira recently as well.
Okay,
not bar.
That's okay. You know what?
Sorry.
1 out of 2. You're still you're still flunking.
I'm gonna draw. Yeah.
Okay.
50%.
So I know, right? So because we keep talking about Jared Leto all the time, there's a bonus Leto edition.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you get more conservative as you get older or anything, but losing your arm through your own willful misadventure seems a just outcome for a junkie bastard who routinely rips off his own mother and encourages his girl to prostitute herself.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
Phew.
I know.
I knew what the film was, and I was struggling to remember.
You were like, it's Memento or something, right? I get those two confused.
Yeah.
And they're completely different, and anyways, and Requiem is just literally like the most depressing movie I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Okay, last one. I'm not saying you get more conservative as you get older or anything, but that dickhead was too fucking blonde and definitely had all those extra punches coming.
Oh, Fight Club.
Yes, good job. God, I'm impressed.
I mean,
yeah.
My brain is mostly movies, right?
I know, it's true. But I totally forgot Leto was in Fight Club.
Yeah. He one of his kind of first, I think, post My So-Called Life roles, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
And it was a big deal for him to land that. Anyways, So Top Fan had a good point of like, why is Leto still getting roles, even though like his mistreatment of women children has been an open secret for like decades. Like, who does he know?
Exactly. I think he's got some dirt in somebody. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's the only answer, because like not only is it known that he's not a great guy to work with. He's been very dodgy around women for a long time. But like, he doesn't, like, his movies don't open well. Morbius was a disaster. Tron Ares was a disaster. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't, like, you know, bring good box office. So it's really bizarre.
Yeah. And he had that cult for a while too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Like, definitely a sketchy dude. Like, I saw somebody point out online, they were like, this is awful, and I don't mean undercut it, but this is basically what all sort of like rock stars did in the like 70s and 80s, and it's like, or like 60s, 70s, and like, yeah, that's a good point. It doesn't make it any less horrifying, and I'm kind of glad that these things are kind of like, I mean, eventually kind of come to light, you know, in this era, but geez, it took a little bit too long. It has been known about him for decades now. You know?
And like other people have been, you know, I don't know, like other people have you know, risen and fallen faster, and I am curious too. So if anyone has information about why Jared Leto,
I don't know if I like where this is going.
I know. Allegedly. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, okay, go ahead.
So I have one return feature, not the return feature you think. It's my ongoing returning feature, and the feature's called Has Beth Watched Shogun Yet? So Beth,
Fuck.
have you? That's a no, everybody. That's a no. Beth has still not watched Shogun. Okay, that's it. That's the beginning and the end of that feature. Have you got anything else?
Yes, I do. I'm writing Shogun back at the top of my list of my paper.
Sure, I've heard it before.
Recycle right when we're done.
I'm gonna review this.
Okay,
review this feature in like 6 months.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, that cracked me up. Stop being funny. I have to focus. Okay, so clarification station.
Sure.
All right, Andy is a liar.
Yeah, true.
He said he would do the non-Spider-Man Spider-Verse, NSMSV. Non-Spider-Man Spider-Verse, sorry. If he gets to watch all 4 movies on separate screens at the same time. Also, his argument that he has seen all these movies already, so it won't do them on the podcast is a strange argument to make, considering it's a podcast where he rewatches movies. Hashtag Morbius test of time.
To be clear, my issue with these movies is, and having watched them before, is just that I never want to watch them again because they're terrible. You know, it's not to do with like, that's not the reason, you know, that I've seen them before. It's just that because I've seen them before, I know they're awful. You know? So no.
Okay. And then the second one is, I think told you this one already, but I keep laughing about it. So normally it's Andy who comes out with the foolishness, but Beth has taken the gold medal with, do you guys in Ireland have bees?
Yeah, he told me this one.
So, to which do they have bees in Antarctica?
I mean, I don't think they've got a ton of insects up there, but I'm sure they've got some.
Fair question to ask. I'm not.
No.
They don't?
There's the only continent on Earth where bees do not live.
Is Ireland.
Antarctica.
Really? Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, now we've clarified that.
Yep.
So,
there you go.
Yep. So that's what I've got there.
I hope you're all happy at home. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on to this week's subject, which is the third in our Nicole Kidman season, Days of Thunder. When this started, I was a little bit worried it was going to be a true romance situation again, where like she was going to have like 5 minutes of screen time, but that's not true.
No.
Like she doesn't appear for
at minute 37. I was like,
37.
we haven't seen her yet.
Yeah. But then she's there, and then she's in it a fair bit. She's not in it loads. I mean, it basically is like literally a Tom Cruise vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's just like all about him. It's
Yeah.
just like one entrance for the cruiser. Just like,
can we talk
it's
about
just
that?
Like,
oh my god.
It's so. I mean, it's obviously like it's what 1990. So it's like on that cusp, but it is such a distillation of those kind of 80s 90s cliches, you know. It really is. But yeah, interesting.
It was kind of like Top Gun, but like in cars.
Yes, and I think that was it. I think that was an attempt to like replicate that formula, but like not quite as successfully. So did you know this is the only film I've ever walked out of?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing I was saving the story for you. Now, there's a kind of a few reasons for this. Basically,
you had to take a shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, that would be like, it's a very, very valid reason why I would leave a cinema. But no, I was like very young at the time, and it was in a cinema. So basically, we have holiday camps over here, and you go to the holiday camp, and all your entertainment's in one place. So we did that whenever we were very young, and it was on in basically one of the activities you could do was the cinema, and they would show like different films, whatever was kind of on at the time or whatever had just been on. So like I had spent no money in this. I had no stake in kind of seeing it through to the end. I watched half an hour and was like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm out of here. And like, you know how much I love the cinema. Even terrible films I've watched, I stay to the end, you know. But like in that era, it wasn't the same. It didn't have the same meaning for me, I guess.
Curious to have this conversation. Yeah, the only two movies, I think I've told you this, that I've walked out of. I walked out of Bambi.
Yes.
Yeah, horrified. And then
like after like the first scene, first 5 minutes.
No, I think I like held on until the fire, and then I was just
God,
I can't do this. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm done. Just sobbing.
Yeah.
Like 5 years old. And Dances with Wolves.
Because it was bored as hell.
No, because they fucking shot the wolf and the horse,
did, yeah.
and I was like, fuck this, gotta go. So yeah, I will. You kill the animal, I will walk the fuck out. Okay, so this movie is basically about Tom Cruise's character, who is a young hotshot stock car driver, getting his chance to compete at the top level of NASCAR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like, his name, if you can
all the
believe
names, all the names
is Cole Trickle.
Okay, can we just?
Name.
I have to talk about Poop and Pee, Andy.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
So, sometimes my mind asks questions as I'm watching movies, and I'm like, okay, so like, how long are they in the car? Like, if they're doing a pit stop where they get their tires changed and, you know, get water or whatever, like, can they get out and go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
And like, they're in the car for like over 3 hours sometimes. And, you know, it's like 100. So I've done some research. Do you want to know my diaper facts?
Absolutely. Some NASCAR research. I was going to say, I bet you it's adult diapers is the answer.
Okay. So actually, so yeah, basically, like, the heat it's like 100 degrees in the car. So the problem is not necessarily like having to pee, it's staying hydrated.
Yeah.
But like, I looked at all these articles about like, do NASCAR, like, I guess it's a big question, like, do NASCAR drivers wear diapers or catheters? Mm-hmm. And the answer is no, they do not. And so then I was like, well, that doesn't sound right. So I went to the authority in all things, which is Reddit. So allegedly, Tony Stewart shit his fire suit. They wear fire suits. So the suits they wear aren't just like cool like suits.
Oh, it's to prevent them going on fire.
Lighting, yeah, the car lighting them on fire when they invariably wreck it. Okay, so Tony Stewart allegedly shit his fire suit due to an upset stomach at the 2004 Watkins Glen race. a race in which he won and was quickly whisked away to clean up and change before the victory celebration.
Nice.
Someone else said, if you buy a used NASCAR suit, just make sure you run it through the wash. And then my favorite was, they're only at most 3 hours long in a hot cockpit. The problem is staying hydrated. And in the case of ending the race with a wet seat, the proper response is, it was like that when I got in. Then I hearkened back to when I was like, Andy, what the fuck happened with the Titanic in Belfast? And you were like, it was fine when it left.
Yeah, exactly. That's the old line, the old standard. It was fine when it left.
Yeah.
It was fine when it left us.
So yeah, that's what I learned about. That's what I really learned about NASCAR.
That's interesting. And I'd imagine, like, you know, if it's 100 degrees in there, I'm sure those fire suits are not cool at all.
No,
I'm
they're
sure
not.
they only make you warmer.
Yes.
So that must be pretty uncomfortable. It's quite a feat of endurance. And, like, I can't remember where it was. I was listening to somebody on a podcast talking about racing, and then they were talking about even, like, you know, some of the shorter kind of sprint races that they had done, and they talked about how draining it was, like the amount of concentration that you need to have. So I would say you must be physically shattered after a NASCAR race, especially if it's 3 hours.
I would assume, like, just like driving the car for 3 hours anywhere is exhausting. And like, so like, and I feel like NASCAR is kind of like an American sport, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so like no one else is like, yay, stock car racing.
To an extent, but not at that level.
Yeah, so like F1, like they take over a city, they're driving through the streets. Like NASCAR, you're just going around in a circle.
Yeah.
For like 3 hours. So not only is it, you know, an endurance thing, but you're just like driving around in a circle and trying not to like die.
I think that, like, there tends to be, I mean, like, you know, I don't know a ton about racing honestly, but there tends to be like more, that sort of racing is done with old piece of shit cars that people don't mind getting destroyed in this country, to my knowledge, and you see them sometimes.
Yep.
Like,
we have those too.
And stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, that's it. And obviously there is different levels of motorsports racing, you know, but like in terms of like stock car stuff, I do not think there's much of it here, but I could be wrong.
Would you go to a NASCAR rally race?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been to like a drag racing
those are weird and loud.
They are weird.
Yeah.
That was in Australia and it was interesting.
Yeah, we have a drag, like, next time you come, we have a drag strip that's, like, 10 minutes from our house, 5 minutes. In the next town over, and I've just never, like, gone, but we were watching the movie last night, and we were like, yeah, we should totally go. Now that my son can, like, handle loud noises better. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to get into who directed?
Absolutely. You've done the synopsis. So director is Tony Scott, who we have covered before with True Romance.
Two very different films.
A very different film. I think I'll talk a little bit about his connection to this film in particular. It really seems like, based on what I found when I looked into it, that he was kind of a director for hire. They were very much trying to replicate what he had done with Top Gun, but for cars, you know, and obviously a lot cheaper if you're doing it with cars versus planes.
Yeah.
But one of the things I kind of wrote whenever this movie started was Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. Oh my!
Oh yes.
Because like that was my other thought about Cold Trickle, was like, this is a name that has been written by somebody who is on cocaine, right? And
yes.
Like, you know, then
yes.
Cold
Trickle
Don Simpson
and Rowdy Burns.
Right.
Yeah.
So like Simpson and Bruckheimer being part of that also just, you know, only amplifies those thoughts.
Yes.
But the film itself, it sounds like, you know, this was Tom Cruise's kind of baby. Him and I think it was Robert Towne was the other kind of screenwriter. Mm-hmm. It was their kind of baby. And I think that Tony Scott was kind of brought in as a director for hire because of his connection with Cruise, because of his connection with Top Gun. Mm-hmm. But the movie itself was kind of plagued with delays. Due to frequent arguments on set between Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer, Tony Scott, and sometimes Robert Towne over how to set up a shot. So a real chill vibe on set with the signs of things.
Okay. Can I add to that?
Absolutely.
So a couple of the I'm getting excited using my hands and hitting everything. So trivia around that, because I was like that I forgot that like Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer ever had like a production company together.
Yes.
Because I'm just you're so used to seeing just Jerry Bruckheimer's name. So I guess they often started their days on set having arguments between Simpson, Bruckheimer, Town, and Scott over how to shoot the scenes. Meanwhile, the crew sat around getting paid, sometimes for 20 hours a day. Some later said that they made so much overtime on the film because of the fighting that they could have gone on vacation for 4 full months after update.
Amazing.
So, I guess that the box office performance wasn't good, and that's what destroyed the relationship between Paramount, Simpson, and Bruckheimer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it underperformed. The studio was super pissed, and yeah, it broke up their friendship. So, and production company.
Interesting. Yeah, no, because I did see it did like have a decent return, but probably not good enough.
I'm surprised because like this is one of those movies that I rewatch with frequency, and
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but I think it's just because of my secret love affair with Robert Duvall. You know?
I was gonna say he is amazing. And he's great.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So yeah, Tony Scott.
Yeah, indeed.
Director for hire.
I was gonna say per Tony Scott in this case, you know, like especially if it's like, you know, it sounds like at the culmination of Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer working together, that must have been a brutal experience, you know.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess like in 3 years prior to when the movie came out, Tom Cruise and Paul Newman were testing cars at the NASCAR Busch Grand National Series, and after the test, Tom Cruise went to dinner with Rick Hendrick, and they were just like sharing stories. So Hendrick Motorsports. Okay, yeah. So sorry, I missed that. Blah blah blah. So, and he was listening to the drivers, like they were with some other drivers, just like telling stories. And then Tom Cruise he was basically like pitching the idea of what would become the concept for Days of Thunder. So we have Tom Cruise and Paul Newman to thank for this movie.
Amazing. I mean, like, yeah, maybe amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And also, like, wouldn't it be cool to like drive stock cars with Paul Newman? Anyways.
100% it would be rad. I would say, I'd say he'd be a fun dude to do that with.
Jealous.
I know.
Jealous, Tom.
Have you given us a bit about story? I was looking at
that was it.
Cars.
That was
That
it.
was it. Okay, apologies.
Find any like?
No. It is kind of what I thought it was, which is a way far more chaotic. You know, there is like a slightly higher level to it, but it's nothing like the US.
Yeah, we have ones where like you like drive around in a pit and like hit each other.
Yeah, that's basically what the UK one is by the sounds of things. You know.
So that NASCAR is just like the way that they figured out how to turn a real profit. So on that, but they still hit each other and crash.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That whole thing.
I think that's a core component in all of its forms.
Yeah.
Okay, so music was done by Hans Zimmer in full kind of like 80s. You know,
it's so amazing. The guitar riff.
Yeah. It also feels like, any production, and I know that he did a lot of work with Bruckheimer and Simpson as well. Like, it feels like they probably had quite a heavy hand in terms of what they were looking for, because it feels very much in line with all of the things that they did. but it also feels like, you know, because like we've obviously Hans Zimmer has done tons of movies. We have had him on, like he says, you know, we've covered him in the podcast multiple times now, and there's a kind of like early era Zimmer, which is kind of quite synthy, kind of 80s 90s, a wee bit cheesy, and then he like becomes, you know, an older kind of Hans Zimmer that's like elder statesman who's very kind of like a chameleon in terms of like the range of stuff that he's done.
There's literally every weekend there's some band or orchestra playing, doing Hans Zimmer night.
And I mean, like, he's got some truly incredible, and again, like, and I think what really kind of like his work on Dune was what really kind of was like, this guy can do anything.
Yeah, agreed.
So he did the soundtrack with guitarist Jeff Beck, and the film's theme song, "The Last Note of Freedom," which I don't know if I picked up on that, was sung by David Coverdale of the band Whitesnake.
No way.
Cruise's request, yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, Whitesnake are one of those bands that like I'm aware of, but I don't think I could name any of their songs. But I bet if you played me like a handful of them, I'd be like, oh yeah, that rocks.
Yeah. Same.
You know.
I know who they are.
I know who they are, exactly.
But I wouldn't wear a t-shirt because I don't listen to it. It's like people that buy band t-shirts but don't actually like I love the Rolling Stones. Like you never listen to the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. It has become a whole thing in this country where like
vintage band t-shirts.
Exactly. Yeah. Normie clothing stores will have like Ramones shirts or like Nirvana shirts and stuff.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I'm like, you know, enjoy it, but like I'm also like, as much as I don't like that necessarily, I also don't like people who kind of police that shit, who'll go up to somebody and go, "Excuse me, Nirvana fan, what's your favorite album? What's your favorite track?" Those people also suck, you know. But
I remember when they put the Kate Bush song into Stranger Things, and who's the guy that directed Ragnarok? And
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he was just like, Kate Bush is like from my era. You're not allowed to have Kate Bush, and I was like, don't be cock blocking Kate Bush from the rest of the world.
I mean, like, Taika Waititi is somebody who I have very, very, very quickly gotten bored of. I think I don't know if I was ranting about it on here, possibly, but like, I feel like him and kind of James Gunn have, you know, a lot to answer for in terms of what a lot of our current blockbusters are, and like, sometimes that has worked well, but like it just then creates a bit of a stranglehold on what blockbusters can be, you know. Agreed. I
have some thoughts on that with other directors too.
Oh, absolutely. But like, I think, you know, like, I've seen certain things, like, I think the Dungeons and Dragons movie is a really good example of somebody taking the right lessons from like Guardians of the Galaxy, but like, so often it's just like, but that movie was a failure, so like, you know.
The first one was good.
No, there's only one Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no, I mean, I was talking about
Guardians.
Yeah, but the other two movies, I was just like, oh my god. Like the third one with all the like animals being tortured, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. The first one was great. I wasn't crazy about the second one. The third one I enjoyed a bit more, but yeah, I know what you mean. It was tough.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I went to a NASCAR race, and it was just the tail end of this. It was like the last like 10 minutes because we got the time wrong, and it was like an hour out of Vegas. But it was like an epic 10 minutes, and like the noise was insane. Watching the movie, I was like, not much has changed. in terms,
interesting.
Like,
when would it have been that you were at this race?
Probably like 2018.
Okay.
We went to a Little John show and
what?
Yeah. What?
I should have put more English in that.
Yeah. And a NASCAR race. And nice. I was like,
well, hell yeah.
And I was like, this is I think a like perfect weekend.
That's like me going to. That's like when I went to see Kid Rock in Detroit.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Yeah, not much has changed in that world, and it's pretty believable because they actually filmed a lot of it during the races, actual races that were happening.
That makes sense.
Which is also a cheaper way to do things. So, yeah. Cheaper than flying planes. Okay, favorite actors?
So I need to talk a little bit about how thrilled I was that John C. Reilly was in it, and then I was like, I mean, he doesn't have a ton to do, but I think that's the youngest I've ever seen him in a film, in a project. You know, like I just obviously would have had no idea who he was back then, and I also then wondered how directly that factored into Talladega Nights.
Thank you. I was hoping you would pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know if you've seen Step Brothers.
I love Step Brothers. Okay, we watched it together. Remember?
We did. That's right. That's right. So they actually, did I tell you this? They actually do have a Catalina wine mixer now.
Yes. Out
on Catalina Island.
Hell yeah.
Because of Step Brothers.
We have to go.
So next time you come, like the ferry is at Dana Point, and it's like a 45-minute ferry ride. So we're gonna go, and they have buffaloes out there. Super weird.
One of my favorite comedic moments is just whenever it's cuts to lots of different people go, fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's just great. It's just like it builds and builds, and they keep on and on, and it never
totally
gets tired.
Forgot we watched that together, and you were like, "You've never seen this," and I was like, "No." Okay.
It rocks. It's a great movie.
Okay. Yeah, I also appreciated seeing him, and I just love Robert Duvall. Everyone knows it.
Yes, he was fantastic in it. He was so like electric in this, just like animated. He was brilliant.
I might make us watch Lonesome Dove.
Okay, I haven't seen that either.
Oh my god, it's like his character in that is, it's just so, it's the best character. I just don't know if I can watch like the last. It was always like we had the box set and like the last tape was still wrapped in plastic because it was too sad.
Oh really? Wow.
Yes. Okay. I wrote down Nicole Kidman's hair. It's one of my favorite characters because it's so pretty, and I just love her like red curly hair. She was great.
I wrote down for her, is this some Doogie Howser shit? Like she's a doctor, she's practicing
neurosurgeon.
And she's 23, right?
Was she? Did they give an age? Are you serious?
No. That's what age Nicole Kidman actually was at the time.
When
she probably was 22 and filming this, and I'm like, come on, bro. Not only am I to believe that you are a brain doctor at 22, but not only that, a woman doctor too. I don't know, man. Just stretching credibility here, guys. I am joking, everyone at home. That was a joke. I obviously respect women doctors.
Ooh, you're on fire today, my friend.
Right? What's going on?
Okay. I mean, Tom Cruise obviously did a great job. Yeah, Robert Duvall is just, everything he does is so believable, or everything he does, his character, whatever he creates, you just love the fucker.
Yeah.
Carrie Elwes?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Carrie Elwes.
Elwes
is how I've heard it. Yeah.
I watched like 4 TikToks and everyone had a different way of pronouncing it. So I tried, everyone. I tried. He did a great job playing a total asshole.
He did. Like, not a lot to do.
Yeah.
But he was great in it.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Rooker. I was like, oh, yeah, I've kind of forgotten that Michael Rooker was like a fairly mainstream kind of actor for a long time, and then like got into like weirder shit as time went on. But yeah, it was fascinating to see that. Okay,
you want some interesting history on this movie?
Yes, please.
History. Okay, so production began without a finished script.
Oh my god.
Scripts were often written the day of filming, while everyone was fighting, probably. During one driving sequence, Tom Cruise actually had to read his lines off cue cards attached to this windshield. So I was like, we'll just tape it on there. We'll just tape it on. It'll be fine. which resulted in a minor car accident. So for the rest of the driving sequences, Cruise had to wear an earpiece and have his lines fed to him. Okay. So some of this stuff, I was like, there were some scenes where like there's the car scene where they like have to drive in the same car to dinner because like NASCAR bosses were like, get your shit together, guys. And then so they like rent another car and then they like drive or like they race across town and like bash the shit out of their cars. So that was based on something true.
Really?
Yeah. So the scene where they're destroying the rental cars by racing them through the city streets references early 1950s NASCAR superstars Joe Weatherly and Curtis Turner, each of whom were known to rent cars, race, and crash them with abandon. So this is why it is so hard to rent a car, you guys. Why it takes an hour standing at the counter anywhere you go.
Or at least that's the excuse they use anyway.
Well,
to kind of gouge money out of you.
Right? It's Weatherly and Turner wrecking cars for the rest of us. Okay. At the final Daytona race, the gentlemen start your engines is someone famous. Let's do like Rumpelstiltskin. You get 3 guesses.
Oh, God. Wait.
And I'll say it's a male who was like super famous in the 70s.
Oh my God.
And had a problem with plastic surgery in his later life.
Is it? It's one of these times when I struggle to think of a single name.
It's fine. I can just tell you.
Yeah, do please tell me.
It's Burt Reynolds.
Oh God. Okay. I don't think I would like. I don't think he would be one of my guesses, but that makes a lot of sense.
I know. I was just like, okay, so I read that and I was like, okay, and you hear his voice. Okay, so there's scene where Cole is told that he can't pit the car because the crew is eating ice cream because he's doing such a shitty job that Harry, the Robert Duvall character, is just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, we're just gonna hang out. So this incident actually occurred in the 1987 Southern 500 involving Hendrick Motorsports number 35 team with the crew chief Harry Hyde and Richmond's replacement driver Benny Parsons. So yeah, that happened. They were eating ice cream, and he jumped out of the car and like went after his crew chief. So Harry Hyde is what the Robert Duvall Harry is based on that actual man.
Okay.
So there's a scene where Robert Duvall tells Tom Cruise to hit the pit car or the pace car.
Yes.
And it's funny because he's like, why? And he's like, because you've hit every other goddamn thing on the track. I want you to be perfect. That actually happened. That was based on a real life situation with driver Buddy Baker and his crew chief at the time, Harry Hyde. So I need to know more about Harry Hyde.
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
Sounds like a fucking total badass.
I'd say that, like, you know, NASCAR in particular is just chock full of characters. You know, like even you know, whenever Cole first arrives and they're like, a Yankee.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
yeah.
That doesn't belong down here.
No, and there's Confederate flags flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're putting in a track somewhere in Southern California. I have to find out.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you know. So yeah, that's some trivia.
I like how the South in the USA isn't necessarily all of the South, right?
No,
the South is kind of like the South East, kind of ish.
Yeah, like
also a little bit of the Central, and
you could say California is part of the southern part of the United States because we are.
Yeah,
like,
but in terms of what people think of as the South,
yeah.
California would not be included in that.
No, not at all. Nope. California is its own. Like when they said this in the movie, they were like, California is like its own thing.
Yeah, I think also based on my experience with Texas, the same could be said for that Texas.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to our final few wee sections here?
No, I have more.
Okay.
I forgot to. So I wrote some notes that are very important.
Okay.
R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt Sr. He made an appearance, and I was like, oh, I missed that.
Okay.
It was a hard day for America when he wrecked his car. Okay.
Even I know that name.
Yeah. So there's an entrance with Tom Cruise where he like drives in on a motorcycle, and there's like it's a clear blue day, and he's driving, and then he gets closer. In the next scene, and there's smoke all around him, and then the next scene, it's a blue clear day. I just love it so much. It's so like
it rocks. It's perfect.
It's so good. They're like fog machine, smoke machine. Okay, quotes.
It's also some like proper action hero bullshit when your lead character drives in on a motorbike with no helmet.
Onto a racetrack. Which you like
amazing.
you probably need access to. You can't just like drive in. Where's his key card? Okay.
He couldn't ruin his hair.
It's true. Quotes that are my favorite. And rubbing sun is racing.
Yeah.
And then. You look like a monkey fucking a football out there. The visual on that is... I forgot that I stole that from this movie.
It's a good line.
Yeah. I was like, why are adult diapers not getting in on the sponsorship action? And then Tom Cruise and his front tooth. He has like one front tooth.
Okay.
Google it. The wheelchair race where they're like in the hospital and they're like...
Yeah.
And then I wrote Nicole Kidman, the brain surgeon, dating a NASCAR driver. That would be hard.
Yeah, like that's an unlikely combination. But he was a Californian.
True.
NASCAR driver,
And yes, this is true. Okay, yeah. So we can go ahead and move into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What? Oh, his tooth?
I'm looking up Tom Cruise's tooth. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yep.
Okay. So, final few sections. Too legit to fit. Who are the best outfits in the movie? There's a lot of very kind of mid, 90s, late 80s sort of outfits in this, so it's a tough one to pick, but I think it has to be Robert Duvall.
Thank you! I was like, please be Robert Duvall. Like his tractor outfit.
Yeah.
Like his mellow yellow outfit.
He's the only one who has any sort of interesting choices in his wardrobe at all. Everybody else.
Which hat he's gonna wear that's like barely perched on his head. I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
How he wears his headphones.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's just a style icon.
A total.
Total. So Andy's Animal Acting Award for excellence in animal acting, and I'm afraid it's a NA.
Yeah.
Isn't this?
None.
Certainly nothing. There's maybe stuff in the background here and there, but none of note. Nothing that is
there weren't even like cows on Harry's farm.
His farm? No,
he was just
exactly.
He was just spraying.
Pesticides. I respect it because, like, obviously you want to keep those animals away from the fast cars, but still, you do. Dangerous for animals out there in these racetracks.
That's true.
Okay. So, Beth, for Days of Thunder, would you revisit, remember, refuse, or redo?
I do watch this at least once a year, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's just like it's like a comfort movie for me.
Sure. I can understand that.
Like I just feel like it's like a warm blanket.
Uh-huh.
I know the music. I know, it's like, and the kids got, we watched it as a family last night. The kids got bored when like the actual plot was happening.
Sure.
But like the racing itself, I love watching that shit.
It was pretty exciting. It was well shot.
Even as a Yankee.
Yeah. Absolutely.
From Southern California.
Oh, the worst. The pits. A coastal elite.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What about you? Having knowing that you walked out of this is the only movie
Knowing
you've
that this
ever
is the first time.
walked out of. You've walked out of other movies, or this was the
Nope.
first movie you've walked out? This
First
is
and
the
only.
movie. Okay.
So this is the first time I've seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
I had fine
You were
time
like,
with it.
who's gonna win? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna end happily?
I do have a lot of I have a lot of time for these kind of like cheesy sort of like Jerry Bruckheimer, Don Simpson sort of like movies. Like I love so many of the movies that they have produced.
Yeah.
So like, and I think that there's a lot of others that I would probably have a lot more fondness for than this. I think just probably because of the subject, because like, obviously like as I was saying, it's not like as big a thing in this country, so that kind of hook isn't there,
Yeah, that's fair.
So like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it well enough, and it was also brisk, which I appreciate. But like, yeah, I think it would probably be a remember for me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a soft. I don't think it's to refuse. It's like a product of its time. Especially if you're interested in this type of thing, I think it's good fun. I think it's it looks great. But yeah, probably a remember. I think.
Yeah, I just like love, when people have hobbies or like do things that I would never do, but
Sure.
like they're super into it. And like my best friend's parents go to a lot of NASCAR races, and they're like super fans. They get like pit passes and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, yeah, this was like in the 90s when they were going, or like early 2000s. And she was like, yeah, you can just like walk around and you're getting like handed a free carton sample of cigarettes, and like, just I was like, that's so good, 1998. I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool, man. Don't smoke. Cigarettes are bad.
No, they are.
But I think it's just like it is like much like football. It's something that's an American pastime for some people, and it's just like a fascinating view.
And I wonder as well. Like, I mean, I went to a Formula One race when I was in Australia. I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, and like I literally went because some other guys in the hostel I was in were going, and also the Who were playing as part of it, and I was like, I kind of want to see the Who.
Oh.
And
I don't think you talked about this.
Have we not? Okay, maybe I haven't.
I saw the Who too. Did
Um,
you see with John Entwistle or after John Entwistle passed?
This would have been 2009, I think. So whenever that would have been, I don't remember honestly what the makeup of the band was.
Okay.
But like the actual race itself was kind of interesting in that it was a wee bit like a festival. Like you were just kind of walking around, milling about, drinking, like paying attention to the race sometimes, but also just like wandering around, seeing what people were doing, seeing what was happening, in different places. And I imagine NASCAR is probably a little bit similar to that, considering the length of the thing.
Yeah.
And like I can see the appeal a lot more from that kind of
people
point of
like
view,
like at the center of the track, if people don't kind of know what the layout is, like the center of the track, it's full of camper vans, and everyone's like partying and raging in their RVs, and like everyone's sitting on top of their RVs like while these cars are like circling,
Yeah.
So there's like an element of danger, and then you've got the stands on the other side of the track, and like the bank of the track, like the steepness of it. I remember seeing Tony Hawk like skateboarding down it, and he was like freaked out. He's like, this is really scary. So
that's nuts.
I know.
From him, that is insane.
I know.
Okay.
I do have, because it's Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Okay, just 3 quick things about her. So, noted comedian R.I.P. Joan Rivers considered her to be one of the most intelligent and funniest actresses in Hollywood. She also considered her to be among the last real movie stars, which I love that term and like how that gets thrown around right now. She often teaches herself various skills for different roles. Among them, she knows how to twirl and throw knives due to her role in Paddington.
Wow.
For which she also took a taxidermy class as part of her preparation. She has a skydiving license, which I didn't know you needed to get or could get. Like,
Fascinating.
That's not my thing. Would you
No.
skydive?
Yeah, I would.
No. Nope. No, you can't.
I've done bungee jump before and I wasn't crazy about that, but I would like to try skydiving at some point. It's not like high up my list, but if it was on the table, I would give it a go. Yeah.
Okay. She owns alpacas at her ranch in Nashville.
Cool.
So. And then more notes on diapers. So that's what I have.
As you know, we're obviously doing this series, and I think I've talked about watching Margot Has Money Problems, and she shows up in that in a very cool way, like in a cameo. It's a really awesome cameo, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that show is good. Okay. So, Beth, we've reached, obviously the question of the week. What's been bringing you?
I haven't seen Shogun.
Yeah, well, there we go. That's the question of the biannual question.
Biannual. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna surprise you at some point in the next 4 years, Andy. Okay. Sure. What's been bringing me joy? I wrote it down, so I don't have to think about it. I even had to label my papers by.
Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah. No, I'm ready.
Okay.
Widow's Bay.
Okay, it rocks.
I thought it was over. I thought it was over. I thought I finished the series.
Oh, really?
And then I was like, oh, Mike, we should watch it. Yeah. I'd only watched 6 episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, very surprised to find out there's more. So did a rewatch of the first episode and laughed my ass off. I didn't quite understand, I don't know. It's already, I'm watching it, but I'm also rewatching it. Highly recommend a watch rewatch already. It's really funny. Great. Laugh out loud. LOLing.
It's a very good show. Yeah, I really liked it a lot. I actually ended up watching some videos that kind of unpack some of the mysteries and what certain things mean, and the level of detail in that show is absolutely insane. It's very interesting. They really went to great lengths to really kind of stack, to fit everything together and stack everything together in cool ways.
Mm-hmm. Go and I saw some interview with, I don't want to mispronounce his name, the lead actor.
Oh, Rhys Ifans.
Yeah.
No, it's not Rhys Ifans. That's not right. That's
the guy. Andy's gonna mind palace it. Look in your mind garden palace. So Matthew Rhys. Yes. He was like props to Apple, because they're only production company right now that will try anything different or new, and I was like, good on you, Apple. And I don't say that ever. So
they have their content in terms of their series content. There's not a ton of stuff on Apple TV, but I think they are probably the most consistent streamer. There's loads of really quality shows on there. There really is.
And Greyhound. Good Dad Core. Exactly. Don't forget.
Exactly.
What's been bringing you joy?
So I've been playing. It's just something I've been trying to get off the ground for a while. Is there's a video game called RV There Yet, where you are a group of guys who have went on an RV trip. There has been a rock slide, and you have to navigate this crazy path to get your RV back home. It rocks. It's a kind of budget game. It's not super high, high graphics or anything like that. But it's basically you're these these small guys, and you've got winches on either side of your RV, and you're just trying to get through these crazy situations. There are dedicated buttons for taking out a cigarette and smoking it, and you get a speed power up for smoking cigarettes and stuff. It's so much fun.
That is hilarious.
It was exactly as janky and kind of fun and stupid as I was hoping it would be. Basically at various points, bears will just turn up and start ripping walls off your RV and stuff like that. So it was just great fun.
They should have had you drive to a NASCAR rally.
Oh, sure. Right. I haven't done all the levels yet, so we'll find out. Okay.
I love it.
Beth, can you tell everybody where they can find us?
You can find us at movietestofTime.com. And we're taking requests for, what are we doing next month? Have you figured that out
next
yet?
week. Oh, we're not sure what we're doing next month,
Yeah.
actually. So if you've got suggestions, let us know.
Please
Next
let us
week
know.
is Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide
Actually,
Shut.
as well.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So
it is.
love all of the conversations and messages. So thanks for playing, everyone.
Something I need to note just before we wrap up here.
Yes.
I did do a wee search for Widow's Bay to get Matthew Reese's name, and
Did we say it wrong?
if you type in Widow's Bay, it says, "Did you mean the next Martha's Vineyard and definitely not cursed?" With rocks. That's great. All right, okay, that's it. We're done. Okay,
That's so good.
so we've reached the end of this week's episode, and as always, we'd like to say goodbye to our dirty and masculine fans. Goodbye.
We love you guys. Bye.
We love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.